Once upon a time, those OG Roblox games were actually Roblox. Those were actually the shit. Those are peak Roblox. And these games I'm going to be talking about in this video in depth. I'm going to be talking about natural disaster survival, Jailbreak. I will be talking about work at Pizza Place and some Roblox classics. You know the usual. Yeah. Okay. So, obviously, natural disaster survival. We're going to call it NDS for short. Obviously, it still has thousands of players till today, but that is just a question for how much longer. How much longer is that gonna last? Because this game has been alive for a very long time, and it's almost been alive for 2 decades. So yeah, how much longer is it actually gonna last is my question, and how much longer are these Roblox unique games actually gonna last? So let's actually dig into this and find out the history and how long this game has actually been alive for, and the usual stuff. Alright, so let's get into the first one we will be talking about. So the first one we will be talking about is NDS. So NDS was created way back in 2008. That is a long time ago. That is really, really long. By a person called Stickmaster Luke. And it's been played a billion times. It's actually crazy because this experience actually surpassed 1 billion visits on February 25th, 2020. And it surpassed 3 billion on June 12th, 2024. So it's actually really, really crazy, actually, because it's up there. And this is a classic, unique game. It's not a brain rot game. It's not a new game. This is a game that's been around for a very, very long time. So, yeah, at its all-time peak, it hit over 128,000 concurrent players in one moment. And that's pretty cool. That is big numbers. That is big bucks. Obviously, compared to the top charts right now, or in 2025, that is petty to them, but obviously back then that was crazy. That was a huge milestone. And in 2025, its daily 24-hour peak still reaches almost 14,000, 13,900, which is still quite a lot. But what I'm trying to reinforce is that this game was really, really fun back in the day. And this game is one of the games that actually built upon Roblox's identity, because when I started playing Roblox, this is one of the games I heard this game and I wanted to play Roblox. It was one of the big names associated with Roblox. It was that and Jailbreak. It was really crazy because when people actually joined the game, they actually joined not because everyone was playing it and not because it was trendy at that time, but it was actually a unique experience and it was actually a good game because at the time no one had seen anything like that, and it was just a fun game to play with your friends. So yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool experience. And work at a pizza place, a Jailbreak, and some of the classic simulators and tycoons from back then were actually really, really good as well, because they weren't cash grabs like the games we have today. The games we have today are like trash. These games are actually disgusting, I'm not gonna lie. But even though those games added monetization, obviously, of course, they need to make money somehow. They later added monetization, but even though they added monetization, it wasn't as packed or filled with passes like the games we have today. And I just want to say, that is just crazy to me, bro. Crazy. Anyways, these games, there's signs of them actually declining. Obviously, these games are not dead completely right now, but there's obviously a sign of them declining right now. So, because these games have been around for decades, almost decades, but they've been around for years, and these games, they haven't evolved much to the Roblox we have today, because if they evolve too much, it's going to lose its unique mechanism, and we're going to lose the game we all grew up on. So, they can't really do that much about that, so they haven't adapted to the Roblox we have today. And because of that, and because of everything that's going on Roblox right now, these games are going to die out. They are going to slowly die out. Because the Roblox's algorithm right now, it favors new, trendy games everyone's playing. And especially the brain rot ones, the viral hook ones. And the ones with crazy monetization, because that is the game that Roblox is going to profit the most from. So, it is understandable, but it is so not fair for some of these developers. And I actually feel bad for them. So, yeah. Moving on to my next point. The attention span of 2025 has significantly decreased. So, 2025 players often gravitate to, what's trending right now, because, let's be honest, most people in this generation are trend hoppers. So, obviously, if they see a game that's trending, they're going to play the game because it's trending. Not because they like the game, but because everyone else is playing the game and they want to be a part of everyone else. So, it's just like, it's like where your priority is, to be honest, because when you see a TikTok of a game, a simulator game, and you're like, this video has 300,000 likes. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, let me check out this game, and you're gonna check out the game, and you're gonna see it has players, and you're gonna play the game because it has players. And like, I don't know why it works that way, but it's really stupid, to be fair. And when everyone keeps hopping to these games, trend hopping, you're obviously gonna forget your history, and these classics are actually gonna be left behind, like left in the dust, forgotten. And I just, oh my days, if it pains my heart, bro. It pains my heart, is basically what I'm saying. Because these OG style games were actually really, really good. In my opinion, they were like really, really good. And now these games are just being forgotten and taken over by brain rot games. Like, I don't see what people get in those games, to be honest, but yeah, these brain rot games are, because obviously, the original devs that are not doing brain rot games, the original devs that actually have some common sense, creativity, and have actually been working behind these games this whole time for years, obviously they're going to move on, because managing a game that's a decade old, almost 2 decades old, is quite taxing and it's quite tiring. So obviously if they see the game is in decline and they're not making much money off it anymore, obviously they've made a lot when it was in its prime, so they can just abandon the project. And if it gets abandoned, that is another classic game we will lose. And another thing affecting its decline is because a lot of the people who played NDS back in the day are much, much older now, because that was 10 years ago. So obviously we are all much, much older, and obviously we all don't want to play those type of games anymore. So I understand why. Obviously there's still some people clinging onto it, but it just goes to say something, because I don't want to yap, but NDS, it still has a strong number of players. 13,900 players weekly is really, really good, and that is actually a lot of money. I can't even begin to imagine how much Robux they make from that. So that's quite good, especially because DevX rates really got increased by 8.5%. So yeah, something good for these developers. Something good. But this will be the last thing I will talk about. The platform is less about long games, and the platform is more about attention-seeking games, quicker games, auto-clicking games. Best game to describe this is Steal a Brain Rot, I'm not gonna lie. It's really bad. It's really bad. But the quicker moments, the adrenaline, the quick rush you get is basically what Roblox is right now. Yeah, the short bursts of can't even describe myself right now, bro. Anyways, I was just talking about how Roblox has changed entirely. So obviously Roblox cannot facilitate these games anymore, these old classic games, and Roblox is really changed. It's actually really, really crazy, actually. But obviously these OG Roblox games aren't dead just yet, but there are signs of them in decline. So I just wanted to point that out, like, if we have any OG Roblox players in here. I'm really, really sorry for the yap as well. I wasn't able to post yesterday because yesterday was quite a long day. Today, everything is in a rush, School is really, really tiring, I'm not gonna lie. Like damn. But with that being said, I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. Like, this is just my little yap session. This is the only place I can come to vent, so I just wanted you guys to know that. So yeah, thanks so much for watching the video. See you guys in the next one.